Yasuke will not be removed from Assassin's Creed Shadows. We got some more info. Stay tuned for that. What's up, guys? I'm Franky Boy on this channel. I am covering everything regarding open world games such as Assassin's Creed and The Witcher, so stay tuned for more. We have some new exclusive content from Tom Henderson and of course Insider Gaming. There was a large rumor saying that Yasuke would be removed from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and this has been proven wrong. I actually don't know where this info came from. I first saw it at the Twitter account from Rhino, and yeah, he has a large followership and is connected in the gaming branch, so I thought, yeah, there might be something to it, but I wasn't convinced right from the start. So Tom Henderson said, nope, it's wrong, completely wrong. Yasuke is of course not removed. But we have some more interesting info on the delay and what will happen. So yeah, let's take a look at what he's saying and stop this German advertising right here. I can't stop it. What the heck? It's of course clear that Ubisoft wants to refine the experience for us, and that has been claimed true by Tom Henderson as well. Also, they want to take the learnings they took from the Star Wars Outlaws release, because of course the sales were softer than expected, and the sales have been leading to management taking a look at what is going wrong at Ubisoft. And this is needed, of course, desperately needed, because it hasn't happened for too long. Developers have been standing up internally for ages now, and nothing had happened, but now there seems to be a change, because of course it's hurting the investors, and it's of course hurting the management themselves. So Tom Henderson said here, yep, the developers, they have been asking for that for years now. They have been asking for a delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows. They won't make it. That was totally clear. But management said no. Computer says no as well. The development timeline was very strict, and it had to be met. But now they changed their mind because they learned from Star Wars, which is great in my opinion, because yeah, they finally learned something. So why was Shadows now delayed? Tom Henderson says these three things. First of all, polishing the game needs to be done more precisely and thoroughly, and removing those bugs they would usually remove at a later stage. So we are not paid beta testers anymore. Also, the development timeline, of course, needs some more stretching for, and this is extremely interesting, the concerns of the Japanese community about cultural and historical accuracy. So that's a large thing. They finally listened to the Japanese community saying up, this is not true. I mean, Yasuke is a thing, of course, as well, and it is, of course, addressed here in the next paragraph. He is not removed. However, his sources, so Tom Henderson's sources, said the team is actively addressing many of the historical and cultural concerns regarding Yasuke. They took those concerns from the playtest, also from the reveal, which was a huge shitstorm, of course, as well. And they maybe change a little bit of how he is, and that's a quote, portrait in the game. So it might be a little bit different now. Maybe they change him from being a samurai to just being a person having the right to wield a sword, and that was a big right in the good old days back then. So that's kind of almost similar to samurai, depending on the time, of course, because samurai aren't always the same, and they became more of a higher position later on in the Japanese culture, where this was kind of a rank, let's say. So, I mean, it's nice to look at the things and maybe portray him in a different way and change it to be more authentic, because history has proven the following about Yasuke. Yasuke existed, Yasuke was close to Nobunaga, but that's almost it what is really proven. I did a video on my German channel with Hiro. Hiro is from Japan, and he's actually a German translator, so he helps companies translating Japanese stuff to German, but he's also very involved into the gaming branch, and he worked with University of Nippon to find things out. So I at least got these info secondhand from a person I really trust, and he's really trustworthy. So yeah, Yasuke has existed, but it isn't clear that he was a samurai, and it is not clear what happened with him. And of course, Ubisoft can use it to creative freedom, because it's a game. It's purely fictional, based on historical events or cultures, and maybe they want to improve now the base on. Tom Henderson is quoting as well, yeah, these issues have been caught or should have been caught internally before, because Ubisoft has a very strict asset approval process. What is an asset approval process? You have an asset, let's say like a tree, a bamboo tree, and this will go the ladder up. The developer who designed it will send it on to the next person, his boss. He will send it to the Assassin's Creed brand manager maybe, or somehow, and this will go up, will be confirmed or denied, and this will go down the ladder as well. But for Assassin's Creed Shadows, they have been cutting corners, taking shortcuts, and the approval process has been shortened, so it isn't what it usually is. So there might be really some differences to historical accuracy compared to other Assassin's Creeds, because there were some shortcuts taken. One example is the tatami mats. I don't know if it's called like that in English as well, but yeah, in Germany we say tatami matten. Those are the mats you can see on the ground everywhere, and yeah, people have been not properly sitting on it in the trailers. So this is one thing of many that could be addressed, and that could have been caught by proper approval processes. Deadlines played a big role in that, of course. So Ubisoft decided to, let's say, take in the shortcut, it will be right kind of thing. In my opinion, it's a game. You can have creative freedom. You can let people sit on the corners of a mat even though it's not comfortable on there. Maybe also, like this is a great example I talked about with Hero. This kind of shrine entrance wouldn't be there making a city entrance. The only explanation would be that Yasuke is coming from a shrine downhill. But he says, so Hero says, like these arches, they normally appear in front of a temple and not just for some random city entrance, as we can see right here. In my opinion, it looks beautiful to get through this gate and then have it open up before you. It's visually stunning. But of course, yeah, I don't know if it's right or wrong. I have never been to Japan so far. I should go there. Now I have plenty of time until the release. So he's saying the game is not polished right now. It's with bugs still, and the stage is not where it needs to be for the release. They need to make some tweaks to match some gameplay mechanics to improve those. And yeah, this will take, of course, some time to incorporate it. So again, Ubisoft took some insights from playtests. They have playtests everywhere. For example, in Ubisoft Düsseldorf, where I live, you can simply go to them and playtest. You sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, so you don't talk or you get punished if you do so. And you are able to play games very early, and they will even eye track you. It was quite impressive what they do there. They will have like an eye tracker and check, okay, where will he look at first? Will he look at the minimap intuitively or search for things? Where is the thing going wrong, and why isn't the game working in a proper way at some stages? So that's pretty interesting, to be honest. But it also is very time consuming, because those playtests, they usually take up like 2 to 3 days, maybe sometimes 5, and they are placed in normal working hours. So it's quite hard to meet those. Developers internally have been pushing for a postponed release for long, and Ubisoft hasn't been listening to them, but now they did when the Star Wars sales of course came down. Some of those devs have also been questioned, and they say, yeah, this isn't gonna change, it's not gonna alternate anything that will happen in the company, but let's see. We will see. The devs seem to be uncomfortable for such a long time now, and yeah, let's see if Assassin's Creed Shadows will somehow come to life in a very nice state, and this would be very good press for it after the release of Valhalla, which was quite buggy. Also, Valhalla is another topic down here as well in the article. Ubisoft Quebec will release AC Shadows on February 13th, 2025. Yeah, we know that so far, but the game isn't matching Valhalla's pre-order numbers right now. I mean, right now all pre-orders are cancelled except for the collector's edition, so yeah, that's not much to talk about, but before that as well. The last gen consoles were a broader market. Of course, more people had the console, and also, yeah, the numbers were better. I mean, everything was different. We had the pandemic, and we had everybody sitting at home. We had the Vikings themed game, which everybody was looking for so long. So I mean, that's a lot that has been coming together, but I think maybe the Steam release will also help with creating more anticipation and hype for Ubisoft, and the Assassin's Creed Shadows release in February. Then maybe it will be a little bit better. Looking forward to it, and I'm pretty curious how it will perform compared to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, for example, because that's coming out 3 days earlier, just before that. And yeah, people are gonna decide medieval age versus Japanese history. Let's see what you will choose. I will choose both, of course. Check out this video. I was at a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 event. Maybe I tell you something about it in that video, or this one, which might be of interest to you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will speak to you in the next one. Also subscribe for more, and tune in today to the podcast with Joe Ruptoid. It is in 1 or 2 hours from now, so check out his channel. We will be podcasting. Bye bye.